Hi guys, and welcome back to Planet Joe. My name is Jordan, and today I'm going to be kind of going through a more controversial video, but I'm just going to put in a disclaimer right now to say that I don't want this to be a controversial video, you guys. I am just going to be talking today about why the Erin Condren Life Planner didn't work for me. So, my disclaimer is basically just that this is nothing against people who use the Erin Condren Life Planner. I understand that it works very, very well for some people and they really, really like it. But for me, it didn't work out. And I tried it twice, 2 consecutive years, and both times I did not end up completing it. So I have right here my most recent life planner. This is from 2018 to 2019. So it's in the Woven Wonder. I'll be going through a little bit. I won't be showing too much of it for you guys. I just kind of want to hit some main points as to why it didn't really work for my personal planning style. But this is nothing against those of you who use the Life Planner, Erin Condren as a company, or the Life Planner itself. It just simply didn't really work for my planning needs. But I still use the Erin Condren products. I love them so much, and she is a big inspiration to me. So nothing against anyone, just didn't really work out. Another disclaimer I'd like to add is that I haven't tried out the new releases of the Life Planner, so that's like the soft bound, the different sizes, because maybe those might work a little bit better, just because of some of the needs that I have. But yeah, this is just the classic coil bound Life Planner, 12 months. Did not work. So the main thing that didn't work for me is the coil binding. I found it really hard to be writing as much as I wanted to write, because I like to fold it over, and I found that when I was writing, this kind of got in the way. And also, it was just really bulky. It would get caught on things in my bag, like other spiral bound notebooks. I was using this when I was a student, so I had quite a few other spiral bound notebooks, and this would always get caught. Although this ring is durable, the other notebooks that I was using didn't have rings that were nearly as durable as this, so those rings would get caught and then end up kind of distorting and getting messed up. So while this is very durable, it can kind of snag on other things and just take those rings along with them. Another thing that I wasn't a huge fan of, and this is something that I know a lot of people really, really, really like, is the texture of the paper. This paper isn't very smooth. It has a lot of tooth to it and takes ink super well. However, if you use more felt-based pens, it can kind of tear those up a bit quicker. Like the Tombow brush pens, those can get kind of frayed. Staedtler pens, really anything with a more felt tip, can get frayed. The mild liner highlighters, so those aren't going to be as sharp if you're using them over a large amount of time. I saw someone post, they were using the Pigma 0.1 pens, but they said, like, you know, after a year or so of using it on this specific paper, it kind of became more like a 0.3 pen. So that wasn't something that I really wanted to happen to my pens. Another thing that I found was that this was a very decorative planner. However, it didn't give me a lot of space for the things that I found that I needed a planner for. So the first time I got the planner, I got a horizontal planner. It was a gift to me, and horizontal wasn't really my first choice because I'm very list oriented, and so the big space didn't, it just wasn't conducive to the list that I was making. So the next time I got it, I got the vertical style, as you can see, and I tried to break it up by like assignments, schoolwork, upcoming things, or to-do lists, and the space itself was just really small for me. I have generally pretty big handwriting, and I found myself having to shrink my handwriting down and then write it down there. This is kind of a good week. I filled out this week pretty well. Let me see if I can show you guys. So this is a week in September, pretty early on in the planner because I got the academic style. So here's kind of how I would do it. I never filled in these bars, the dividing bars. It just didn't really, was not my thing. But I used stickers, and then as time went on, it just didn't really, I couldn't really keep up with it. It was so big that on the weekends I didn't bring it with me anywhere. I really only took it out during the school week, so if I had a bunch of chores to do on the weekend, I wasn't taking it out and using this planner specifically for that purpose. I found a different, smaller notebook where I was just putting brain dump to-do lists in, because I found that, like, there was nowhere for me to really do a brain dump. I mean, like, in theory I could have done it here, but I think I had in my head this idea of what the Erin Condren Life Planner should look like, because I'm very active in the planner community, and so I couldn't see the function in that type of planning, for me at least. So that was September. Let's move along to October, when it kind of gets a little bit more barren. No, even November, I'd say. So, like, this is this week a year ago. Nothing. I pre-stickered, didn't do a thing. And then again, nothing. In December, by this point I was already using just a plain notebook to write all of my to-do lists in, and I was like, I guess I'm giving up on another one. Because it kind of just got really hard for me to keep up with the small writing, the binding. I couldn't bring this anywhere with me. It was so bulky and big that it just didn't work. So another thing that really bothered me, let me know in the comments if you guys have had this problem as well, was the smudging that happens when you write using the front cover pages. Like, this is Sharpie and it smears. The wet erase markers were even worse. I just couldn't get this to not smudge onto, same with this, which is why I stopped using it. I couldn't get it not to smudge on the pages that it was next to. So, like, you'll see this totally smudged from the front cover. So I just stopped using that as any space to write on. I kind of just put Post-its on it every once in a while. What I really did love about the planner was that it was so beautiful and I could make it super creative. But that was the only thing about it that kind of kept me coming back to it. And then when Erin Condren released her Petit Planners, I was like, yes, okay, this feels so much more me. I have it every single day, has its own space. I have tons of room for a to-do list, tons of room for every single day, and the paper is smoother. There's no binding, like this coil ring binding that makes it so big. If I wanted to, I could just pop out my daily planner, put it in a small purse, and then be done with it. Like, I don't have to bring my huge on-the-go folio everywhere, even though I do bring it in my work bag. But, and then it still has the stickers that I love so much. And it really just kept a lot of the parts about the Erin Condren system that I liked, without the stuff that I didn't like. And I think the new softbound planners would really kind of bring me back into the life planner system again, if I didn't need the daily system anymore. But honestly, the daily system is just working super well for me right now. But I just wanted to do this video so you guys had an idea if you're debating getting an Erin Condren life planner. You know, if you know that having this in the center of every single spread, like 2-page spread, would bother you when you're writing, or if you know that you like smoother paper like I do, or you need a lot of space to write, or just a more functional planner, this might not be the right Erin Condren product for you, even though it's their headlining product. I encourage you to check out the softbound planners, the on-the-go folio, petite planners, the focused collection. They have a lot of really good products there that they're releasing periodically throughout the end of the year. So while the Erin Condren Life Planner might not work for you like it didn't for me, there are plenty of other Erin Condren products and just planning products in general that you should really check out. But I think it's important for this information to be out there because a lot of people talk about this planner as if it is the end-all be-all of planners, and while it is amazing and so many people love it, and I did love it while I found it functional, it's not all there is. So just do your research, and I hope this video was informative. If you enjoy content like this about planning, organization, and lifestyle, be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every Thursday, so be sure to stay tuned, and thanks for watching.